Okay, so we are discussing our debate as topic multicultural or non-English language titles being placed in a separate section, and we came up with 4 different reasons we should do that. The first reason is accessibility. Basically, if students are already struggling with the language, they don't have to come into a library that could be overwhelming, and they would not be able to locate materials easily. So to avoid that issue, we would suggest putting a separate section for those multicultural or non-English language titles so they could easily locate them and not have to search around the library to find things. And we have a couple of points there that support that. Hansen and Barabino say that it's a good idea to exhibit or display those items on shelving so that they don't have to sort through the whole library and things. And then we also said that another reason that we should separate the section out is to increase circulation. A lot of times those multicultural items, students don't even know that they're there. They don't know to go look for them, and so if you display them in a prominent area, even those students that are English speaking would be able to locate them easily and possibly increase that circulation for those items. So it's kind of a twofold effect there, because you not only get the non-English or the multicultural students, but you get the English students, and they get access to those different cultures that they may not otherwise experience. So it would be a good idea to put those in a high traffic area separated from the rest of the collection so they could easily find them. Right, Sandra?
Okay. So we also thought of 2 points of comfortability, and increasing of understanding and acceptance of different cultures, and I kind of feel like these two go hand in hand. As I teach English learning students daily, that the more comfortable they are in their surroundings, the more open they are and feel not non-threatened within their environment. So having these books in an area that they know where they are, they can go straight to there and feel like the master of that area and knowledgeable makes them more comfortable. And then they also feel more freeing into explaining their culture and getting their friends and their classmates into those books with them, and then they get excited to see their culture on the book and brightly colored things. So we found some points to show that with Malazar, it says it's been shown that optimal second language learning takes place in an environment which is non-threatening, in which the learner feels free to take chances and make mistakes, and which learners focus on tasks and activities of interest to them. So these books are definitely going to be an interest of them with the different languages. So with our conclusion, the way our country is changing, the increase of different language learners, that the school districts have to make changes. They can't ignore the changes that need to be made to help make these students feel more comfortable within their school. Okay, Sarita, I'm going to change over to your screen.
Okay. Can you all see it?
Yes.
Okay. My side of the debate was, of course, on the opposite end, and it spoke about why it's important and beneficial for this group of students to see non-English language titles weaved into the main collection. And I had 3 main points that I wanted to focus on, and then I had subheadings under those points that supported the main heading. So the 3 main points were, or the 3 main reasons that I believe that it should be weaved into the collection, or the first one was that it encourages and promotes the feeling of full immersion for these students. The second one was that it reassures and projects inclusive academic experience for this group of students. And the third one was that it builds a cumulative and continuous mastery of the English language. And a couple of those subheadings under there that I wanted to point out include that seeing the books weaved into the main collection helps to generate a more positive attitude and appreciation toward being bilingual for these particular students. Of course, they have their native language that they've mastered and they're good at, but seeing their materials weaved in with ours, the English-based materials, will help them have more of a desire and a confidence towards becoming bilingual. And it also creates a feeling of dual emergence into the curriculum with more immediacy. And what that basically means is that it'll give them more of a desire to explore our English titles because they'll be there right at their fingertips along with their native speaking language titles as well. So just knit together will create and promote that positive attitude and appreciation towards that change that we're trying to get them to go towards. The second main point that I had reassures and projects the inclusive academic experience, and it just promotes the option for the students to see our English titles and feel less discriminatory toward them, because we don't want them to just gear toward what they're comfortable with, and we want to get them out of their comfort zone and cause them to desire to expand beyond whatever the comfort zone is for their native language, and also produce a mindset for them academically that catches up the idea of integration. The main point on my side was just the one word of integration. We want the students to see the books intershelved and integrate together for the purpose of them setting up a mindset academically that causes them to feel integrated. And in my conclusion, just inclusiveness and integration are two words that stick out for it, because I believe that seeing these resources and books together really promotes the idea of multiculturalism, and it shows them that we value their culture in a way that's showing that it's worthy and valuable, but also value the fact that we're weaving two different ideas and two different languages together. So that's it for my side of the argument. I hope they didn't go over 5 minutes.
No, I think those are great points. Immersion
I
is
don't think you
definitely.
did, and actually,
Okay.
I agree with a lot of your points.
Okay.
I think it has great pros and cons for
But I
both.
actually
Like,
see on both sides of the argument.
yeah, I think it's great for both.
I agree.
I think all the debates are set up that way. Yeah, there's good and bad to both, or you can find good reasons to do both things. It's just a matter of which one do you pick.
Yeah.
So.
Exactly. It was a pleasure to work all, and good to finally meet you as well.
Oh yes, ma'am. You too. So,
Absolutely.
how many minutes do we have?
I'm gonna stop. Hang on.